Now at 5, the latest on the pause of a COVID-19 vaccine in Arkansas. Hear from the governor on how this could impact vaccination efforts. Plus, the identity of a body found in a Region 8 ditch is released. We'll have the update. And police need your help identifying these people. We'll tell you what they're accused of stealing in a moment.
Region 8 News starts right now.
The state of Arkansas pauses vaccinations of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine after a recommendation from the FDA and the CDC. They're investigating 6 cases of a rare and severe blood clot across the U.S. One of the patients has died, while another is in critical condition. More than 7 million doses have been given. Governor Asa Hutchinson says we will continue our vaccination program uninterrupted.
And no one should delay getting a vaccination because of the pause on one part of the vaccination.
Right now, the governor says that the state has plenty of the other vaccines to meet the demand. 245,000 Pfizer vaccines and 178,000 Moderna vaccines. With the pause on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, that probably led you to wonder, what does that mean if you already received the vaccine? Hannah Campbell has what a doctor says about the threat and what someone who received the vaccine has to say. Hannah.
Diana, Dr. Shane Spice with the NYIT at A-State tells me that these blood clots are rare. They typically pop up 6 to 13 days after receiving the vaccine. Spice says these clots usually appear in women ages 18 to 48. It is a rare clot that specifically affects the brain. He says that the incidents are incredibly low, 6 cases out of nearly 7 million doses given. So it's rare for the average person to experience clots. Rick McKinney got his vaccine on March 11th. He says hearing the news this morning was concerning, but after consulting his pharmacist, he says he's not overly concerned.
I'm not a big shot guy, so if I can take 1 instead of 2, I'm doing it. I would probably still get it. I really would. And the ratio 6 to 6 million is just that doesn't concern me as much as if it were a lot higher than that.
The FDA and CDC are meeting tomorrow to decide the best path forward. Dr. Spice says that though incidents are rare, it's still something you should be aware of. Look out for swelling in your arms or legs. Other symptoms include headaches or confusion. If you experience any of these symptoms, go to an emergency room immediately. Reporting live in Jonesboro, Hannah Campbell for Region 8 News.
Hannah, thank you.
Is KAIT Jonesboro.
Now at 6, one of the vaccines paused over concerns. We'll show you what this means for you. Plus, investigators say a woman set a house on fire this weekend. And later, traffic patterns will change at a major interstate. A live report in just a bit.
Region 8 News starts right now.
We need you to get your vaccination. We have the doses available to get into your arm. Please do not delay.
The governor urging you to still get vaccinated, even after the CDC and FDA put a pause on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Out of the 7 million doses of that vaccine, 6 people have experienced blood clots, 1 has died, and another is in critical condition. Today, the CDC and FDA put a pause on administering the vaccine. Tonight, we wanted to hear from local people about that decision. Hannah Campbell joins us live with the risk to getting these vaccines. Hannah.
Diana, Dr. Shane Spice tells me that incidents are so low, it's very rare for the average person to experience blood clots. However, you still need to be aware. 6 to 13 days after you receive the vaccine is when clots usually pop up. After that, the threat goes down substantially. Spice says that the clots usually appear in women ages 18 to 48. It is a rare clot that specifically affects the brain and naturally already affects women in this age group. Rick McKinney got his vaccine over a month ago. He says if he had to do it all over again, he'd still take the vaccine.
So the question is Is this something that naturally happens as you start to vaccinate millions of people, or is it specific to the vaccine?
I was a little concerned, so I actually texted the pharmacist that gave it to me. Should I be overly concerned about it? And she very quickly said, no, I would probably still get it. I really would.
The FDA and CDC are meeting tomorrow to decide the best path forward for the vaccine. Dr. Spite says look out for swelling in your arms or legs. Other symptoms include headaches or confusion. If you experience any of these symptoms, go to an emergency room immediately. This pause has caused several vaccine clinics to be canceled in the region. For the latest vaccine clinic updates, just visit KAIT8.com. Reporting live in Jonesboro, Hannah Campbell for Region 8 News.
Hannah, thank you. Back to Governor Hutchinson, who says Arkansas has enough doses of the 2 other vaccines to meet the demand. He added that this decision on the Janssen vaccine shouldn't affect your decision to get immunized. They have 245,000 Pfizer doses and 178,000 Moderna doses. Right now, a total of 560,168 people have been fully vaccinated in the state. The state added over 220 new cases in Arkansas. The governor called it a slight uptick in cases, using these numbers to push again for the vaccine. We know deaths are up by 8. Active cases are up 23 and ventilator use up 2. Hospitalizations down 8 from yesterday. No Region 8 counties made the top list in the state. And with all of these developments, we have several stories to keep you informed about the vaccine and the virus. Anything from the FDA's decision to halt the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to your local places to get the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine. Just go to the Region 8 News app. Breaking news update. Investigators confirm the name of the man who was found dead near Weiner. Poinsett County Sheriff Kevin Mulder says autopsy results identified the body as that of 47-year-old Robert David Carnes. Cherry Valley Police shared this picture of Carnes when he was first reported missing last month. Court documents say Cross County investigators found out about his disappearance 2 weeks ago, and he was last seen at Gerald Eugene Hutchins' home on Hardin Lane in Weiner. Hutchins told officials Carnes laid on the floor for about 12 hours, and he later found Carnes had died. Hutchins said he called his cousin, Anthony Scott Mosley, for him to come over. Mosley and Buddy Cantrell loaded Carnes' body into the back of his truck and covered him with a bluish-green tarp. Cantrell then left to dispose of the body. The 3 were arrested on suspicion of abuse of a corpse and tampering with evidence. All are being held on $35,000 bonds each. Investigators say a Jonesboro woman admitted to setting fire to a man's house. Deveda Anleta Hurst now faces an arson charge. It all stems from a fire we first reported on Sunday afternoon at Key Largo Place. Now, fire crews say they found the fire in the bedroom spreading rapidly. After it was out, the battalion chief found a gas can in the living room and a cuss word carved into the wall. Neighbors say there was a domestic disturbance there the night before, sparking the investigation and Hurst's arrest. New at 6.